Hello बच्चों, the question is an example of innate immunity is option A PMNL neutrophils, B T lymphocyte, C B lymphocyte and D T helper cells. So let's see now. Okay, so innate immunity का example पूछे. So innate immunity is immunity which is present from birth. Innate immunity. What do you mean by innate immunity? Immunity which is present from birth, birth and it is a non-specific immunity. कैसा है? Non-specific. It is a non-specific immunity against your antigen. ठीक है, एंटीजन के अगेंस्ट है, नॉन स्पेसिफिक है, तो इसे हम इनेट इम्यूनिटी बोलते हैं. नाउ इट हैज अ फोर बैरियर: फिजिकल बैरियर, फिजियोलॉजिकल बैरियर, सेलुलर बैरियर एंड योर cytokine barrier. Okay, now physical barrier is formed by your skins and mucus present in urogenital tract, gastrointestinal tract, respiratory tract. So they will form the physical barrier in which the mucus will trap the pathogens entering either from your respiratory tract or with the food. Okay. Then your in physiological barrier, saliva and tears has a lysozyme enzyme which has a hydrolytic enzyme. By that hydrolytic enzyme, they will kill the pathogens. Okay. Now in cellular barrier, in the cellular barrier, in the cellular barrier, cellular barrier. Okay, cellular barrier, cellular barrier. In cellular barrier, your polymorpho polymorpho morpho nuclear leukocytes are present. Polymorpho nuclear leukocytes are present. Leukocytes, huh? Leukocytes means I am talking about WBC. Now why they are called polymorpho? Because the nucleus shape is of various type like bilobe, trilobe, then your kidney shape. That's why they are called polymorphonuclear leukocytes. Now the polymorphonuclear leukocytes means the cell which is present in cell barrier are your neutrophils, monocytes, your monocytes, and your natural killer cells. Now all these type of cells are phagocytic in nature. All these type of cells are phagocytic in nature and they will kill or destroy the pathogen by the phagocytosis process. Phagocytosis process. What do you mean by phagocytosis process? Phagocytosis process means they will engulf the pathogens, either virus or bacteria, and once they engulf inside the cell, the lysosomes is present. Lysosome will fuse with the virus to form phagolysosomes. Further, in that phagolysosomes, your hydrolytic enzyme will release, and that hydrolyzing enzyme will kill that pathogens into the small fragments, and whole that process is called your phagocytic process. Yeah, phagocytosis. Okay, so the option A is your right answer here. An example of innate immunity is option A. Now let's see the other options. B, T lymphocytes. B option is your T lymphocyte. Now T lymphocytes is involved in cellular mediated immunity. In cellular mediated immunity. So the T lymphocyte is not your answer. B lymphocyte. B lymphocyte will be involved in your humoral mediated immunity. Humoral mediated means they will produce the antibody. They will produce the antibody. Especially your B plasma cell will form the antibodies on response to the antigen or on recognition that the antigens are entering into the body. So the B lymphocyte will involve in your humoral mediated immunity. and they will form the antibodies which is antigen specific. So it is not an example of your innate immunity. T helper cell. T helper cell will activate the other immune cell for the immune response. For the immune response. Yes, for the immune response. So your T helper cell is also not an example of innate immunity. So option A is your right answer. I hope you will understood this concept. Thank you and best of luck.